Hello and thank you for joining. With us today we have Adele Genoni, the Senior Vice President and General Manager of EFI REGGIANI. Adele, thank you so much for joining us. Can you give us an introduction to your career path and explain your role at EFI, please?
Yes, thanks for joining also from my side, and thanks to Deborah for the time that we are spending today together. I am responsible for the textile business in EFI and I'm managing Reggiani. My passion has always been to grow the business through sustainable innovation and the customer satisfaction. So I always operated in high technological industrial sector at the international level, growing the business of my responsibility both organically and inorganically, including acquisition. And equipment has been always my passion. I worked also for Fiat, but also chemical was my passion, and I worked with ICI, and therefore I am leveraging the competencies that I developed in the past. I have to say that I am in the textile business from 5 years now, more than 5 years, I should say, actually, and I'm so much loving the textile world. This market is incredible for the transformation, the technological transformation, and the business model that is occurring. So we have a lot to do in order to move the textile to digital and move to a more sustainable world. And this is what really is triggering my passion every day that I'm waking up. And the team is fantastic and has an incredible competencies in the textile technology and applications. So it's really something that is nurturing my passion every day.
That's great. It certainly is an incredibly exciting time in our industry right now. It really is. We are accelerating towards a digital future. There's no question about that. Adele, has the pandemic accelerated, in your opinion, the uptake of digital technologies? And in which sectors do you see the biggest opportunities for growth for EFI Reggiani?
Yes, you are right, Deborah, and the pandemic has accelerated the uptake of the digital technologies. There are new businesses that are rising online, and the pandemic has accelerated all the purchasing online with the creation of new brands and new business serving this particular market. Also, the need to be closer to the customer, to the market, is nearshoring or reshoring some production capabilities in countries where the production moved out in the past. So the new businesses that are starting in the countries like Europe or US need to be more sustainable, and therefore here you go. The digital is really the proper answer to that. We can elaborate a little bit more during the interview if you like, but yes, definitely. In terms of, to complete your question, I mean, which are the opportunity for growth in the segment, the sectors? Well, all sectors basically need to move to more sustainable and therefore digital. I think that one in particular I would like to mention, that is the sportswear, because with the pandemic there is even more attention to the sports. And the sportswear that is not only meant to make sports, but is really more a fashion style that we wanted to have, a less formal fashion sometimes with less time in the office, has opened up even further this segment. But as I said, also the home textile has improved due to the more time that you are spending at home, and we wanted to decorate and to renew the house. So the opportunities are so many. I would like also to mention the technical textile. That is another segment that is rising with the antiviral and all this space of requirement and technology that is more and more requested.
It's great answer. Thank you so much. Adele, EFI Reggiani have recently launched a new entry-level machine, the Blaze. Can you tell us more about that machine, please?
Yeah, we are all in love with it, first of all.
Great.
Yes, the Blaze is really an easy and a smart solution to step into the industrial textile segment. So it is targeting those customers that I mentioned, the new brands, the new company that are reshoring and nearshoring, and to make their life easy with a smart solution. As a low maintenance cost printers, and have therefore a very good and competitive total cost of ownership, TCO, the so-named TCO. But we wanted that the Blaze to incorporate the best in technology of EFI Reggiani. Therefore, we have included in this entry-level equipment the recirculation system, the recirculation of the ink, because this is providing superior reliability and minimum maintenance, as I said. Therefore, the new businesses can have no headache in having the best in technology of EFI Reggiani. As also superior speed performance. Is one of the fastest in the market and more productive printers in its category. Another important features is that is providing a maximum flexibility that is requested by this customer, and in offering a widest variety of design and printing modes. So this is why it is very flexible, and you can cover a wide variety of design and therefore application. Has 8 printing heads, 300 dpi, and we have incorporated a crash protection system because we wanted to provide a longer print head's life and superior uptime. So again, maximum productivity. Another particularity is that it can print up to 8 colors configuration with a full variable drop size. So again, flexibility to answer to any creativity needs. Mm-hmm. As a smooth and most accurate material handling for both knitted and woven fabrics. Also handling the stretchable fabrics. So again, covering a wide range of opportunities. As also a lower ink consumption due to the fact that with the lower maintenance needs, you don't need to wash the heads and to spare the ink during the startup of the machine. Also the ink tank is you don't need to stop and refill, so this is also improving the productivity, and as a intuitive and friendly to use interface with the real-time image processing, and also as a flexible queue management. So really the software runs in a way, as we say, that is what you see is what you get. Mm-hmm. Job editor profile, and this allows the tool to be accurate to predict the printing speed and ink usage. So really, all in all, it is an entry-level machine for new customer entering into the business, but we have incorporated the best in technology for EFI Reggiani, including the reliability and the low maintenance.
That's great. Thank you so much. I think, Adele, you've almost answered our next question, actually, which was why was the machine developed? Obviously, it's an entry-level industrial machine. Could you tell us a little bit more about the target customer and industry sector that you're aiming this machine at, or sectors?
Yeah, actually, this is a very flexible printer. So any sector can be satisfied in the textile printing space with this machine. Because as I said, the several printing modes, the 8-color configuration, and all the setup of the machine is meant to be very flexible and therefore answer to any customer needs. It's an easy to use machine, so I think it is going to satisfy a broad range of application with a very, very good quality.
That's great. Thank you so much for your answer there. As our industry is evolving then, how important is it now to offer the industry a total solution? That is software, service, inks, technology, everything all combined. Why is that becoming so important?
Yeah, Debra, you are perfectly right. This is becoming so important. And to be honest, has always been important. And this is also part of our strategy to combine, to optimize the end result, the end printing results with the combination of the best printer with the best ink, the best software, and also the best service. So the customer are really requiring us to be trust advisor for the application and to share with them our competencies and our expertise. I have to say that this year is our 75th anniversary.
Wow.
So is really a long way that we are into the textile space, and we like to be considered the trust advisor of our customer. So we are very proud of our after-sales support team that is recognized across the world with a high standard. We have a skilled engineer able to support the customer all around the world. We have also engineers locally in a key textile hub like Turkey, like China, like South America, like many other countries. So we wanted to be hands in hands with our customer, and this is certainly something that is highly recognized in our service. Why it is so critical? It is critical because we wanted to guarantee the quality and the uptime. So with the best combination of the printer, with the ink, and with the support to the customer, we really can offer the best solution.
Thank you very much. Speaking of tech again then, EFI Reggiani launched the Bolt, a machine that I have seen in person actually it's going to be almost 18 months ago now when we were at ITMA. An amazing machine. It's an absolute joy just to watch that thing roll. It's fantastic, and I look forward to seeing the blaze soon too. Could you tell us a little bit more about the Bolt? As a high-speed single-pass machine that's 2 years old, where are these machines operating, and do you see industrial production reshoring into Europe?
Yeah, so the Bolt is an incredible machine, and he has rewrote the rules of the printing and of the single pass technology. Where they are currently they are in Italy and Pakistan. Certainly last year during the pandemic, the investment plans for the customers paused all around the world for the reason that we know. But certainly the Pakistan and the Italian market are very important market for the textile. Regarding the reshoring into countries, one of the reshoring is Europe, as we said at the beginning, and Europe is known to have a high penetration of digital compared to other geographical region. So certainly the growing presence of the new businesses online asking for smart, easy-to-use solution and green solution and integrated process will grow more and more. And why not? They might be interested in the future to have also the Bolt. The Bolt remains the answer for bigger companies that have a high level of productivity with a high level of requirement in terms of printing quality and printing performance, reliability, and low maintenance.
Great, thank you. Thank you very much. Adele, EFI now offer, especially with the Blaze right at the beginning, a very comprehensive suite of technology which will allow customers, and has allowed in the past, customers to grow with EFI tech. Could you share a couple of success stories with us, please?
Yes, certainly. I would like to start with the Bolt, since we just talked about the Bolt.
Yep.
So the Bolt so far printed more than 50 million meters.
Wow.
50 millions is difficult to imagine, but the circumferences of the Earth is 40 million. So the Bolt in the field has printed more than the circumferences of the Earth. But what is more impressive is that one single customer printed more than 20 million meters in 1 year. So if we take the distance between the Polo North and the Polo South, it is 40. So one single customer has printed half of it in 1 year. And this is not only a matter of speed, because the speed has to last along the time. With 90 meters per minute means that 10 minutes means 900 meters, so almost 1 kilometer. So it's amazing, and it's not a matter of only productivity or speed, but it's also a matter of quality, penetration, really, and the flexibility. So it's really an amazing machine. We have also other contracts signed, and we are going to deliver other units before the end of the year. So I cannot disclose much about this, but we have a nice pipeline of deliveries. So more to come, and more meters printed to just invent other records. The second thing that I would like to talk about is our Terra pigment solution. That is very versatile, opening new opportunities for our customer. It is a green solution with less usage of water, waste, and energy. A short process where the new businesses can start with this process, with the pigment in line process, and need to invest less in other equipment. So we have this process adoption in several parts already of the world. Let me say all continents are covered in several countries. We know also that there are customers that are using this application or this process, let me say, for different segments. They are using also for accessories, also printing on leather and other particular material. So it's also opening up to new opportunities and new applications. I like to mention also that I saw one customer that is printing on cork. Okay. And now the fashion is requiring always novelties, always to surprise us, to surprise the ladies, but not only the ladies. So the possibility to use this process with different materials is amazing.
That's great.
We talked about the sportswear. So I would like to also to talk about the dye sub ink and our with the name that we have Iris and the Next. We have several applications with dye sub ink in sportswear. In particular, we have a company that is one of the founding father of sportswears. So they are producing clothes for bicycle here in Italy, and they have more than 40 years of experience in national and international market. So they are saying that with our solution of the printer next and the dye sub iris solution, they can reach really a unique color shade that they cannot reach with other solution. So we are working with them, and they are growing so much due to the situation where is encouraging the sports and the bicycle, and we are follow their success.
It's great. Thank you so much for your answers there. It's incredible to see how much disruption is going on, isn't it? All of this positivity coming through our industry. Adele, you've just touched on a number of different ink sets. Of all of those ink sets that you now supply, which one do you think has the greatest potential for growth within the textile industry?
Yes, Deborah. So first of all, I would like to pick up, yes, a lot of positiveness. And I think that all of us need positiveness since the difficult time that we have overcome in the last, let me say, 12 months or more, 1 year and a half, I should say. Talking about the ink set, I think that I would like to circle back with the pigment, because I think that this is the largest opportunity for growth. The pigment is representing now less than the 5% of the digital market, and it is a green solution. So this is really answering to the need of the customer, the key decision makers that want to see a more sustainable textile. So it is, as I say, the process that is requiring low energy, low water consumption, and low chemical consumption also. So we are convinced that this application, this process, will grow more and more, also answering to the needs of the new businesses online, and the new businesses that are nearshoring and reshoring, that does not want to buy all the equipment that a traditional printing house has. They may have a lower volume, and with this solution you can avoid to invest a lot of money, but what you need is the preparation, a soft preparation, and then the printing, and then the fixation in line. So I think definitely this is an opportunity. Certainly with the ramp up of the digital application, all the ink classes will grow. It goes without saying, but I think that the pigment is really the one that we will experience the highest speed of growth.
Thank you very much. It is very interesting with pigment, isn't it? Because it actually represents almost, some say a little bit more than 50% of the actual analog market is currently using pigment technology. So as we now begin to disrupt that market with incredibly fast machinery that can produce huge volumes using pigment, as you said, that 5% is going to grow, I think, at an accelerated speed, partly because of the experience we've just all gone through. But this is a good segue to our next question, actually, Adele. Do you think customers are switching to digital technology to offer speed of production for their customers and sustainability? And if so, are you seeing this at all levels of production volume? So are people at the low end and the high end, are they switching for the same reasons: speed, customization, and sustainability?
Yes, definitely, Deborah. Certainly the speed of production, the sustainability, and the customization are important driver. These are important reasons to switch to digital, but these are not the only one. I can name others that are really important. The design to shelf speed has reduced the time due to multi-season trends and shorter collections. So if you really want to answer and to have not the usual traditional cycles, but to have a shorter cycle, the digital is providing this. Because it has also faster turnaround time compared to the analog. Everybody can see that, and this is undisputable. But also the manufacturer are able to react quickly to fashion trends. So with the digital, they can really answer very quickly to what the consumers are buying, and based on that they can also minimize the losses from fashion flops, for example, because if we were believing that the colors was very much liked by the consumer and then it's not, with the digital you can react very quickly, and you can avoid to have big warehouse of apparel in stock. The digital is also reducing the setup time and is providing in general linear inventory management. So it is also relating to not only the cost per meters that we can see every day, but also we have to consider the whole management cycle. I should say also that digital allows to have a richer color palette and more detailed design, so actually can answer to wider needs of creativity compared to the analog. Summarizing, I think that we can have with the digital an easier and smoother factory management with less storage, less inventory, and being able to respond to fast changing production requirement quickly. It is also reducing the time to market, and as you said, it is sustainable. That is a crucial ask from the consumer. So all in all, for various angles, I think that you see that we are all expecting the digital will ramp up. So far, the percentage of adoption was lower than what we all believe to be, but I think that there are all the conditions currently to speed up more.
Thank you so much, Adele. Adele, what does the future look like? Do you think that digital technologies will eventually replace rotary screen printing?
Well, yes, the adoption is growing, as I said. I think that the adoption will grow, but still less than 10% of total square meters printed in the world. So to reach, to your question, 100% conversion, I think that the journey is still long, but certainly to move up from 10 to 100, we have a lot of space to go.
Yeah.
So we are, the future, how it's going to be, I think that certainly we will see a higher level of speed. If we talk about the full replacement of the 100%, that is not easy to say, but probably our estimation is maybe in the next 4 or 5 years, something like this, hopefully soon, because we are really highly committed into the sustainability, and the digital transformation is a must versus this direction.
Thank you, great answer. It is incredible. It's going to be so interesting to watch, isn't it now, how quickly people now onboard digital technologies in a post-pandemic world. Adele, can you tell us more about EFI's up-and-coming 75th anniversary and what launches we have to look forward to for 2021 and perhaps beyond? Thank you.
Yes. So first of all, we worked hard last year during the pandemic period, and we have not stopped any work on innovation and technology development, because we want to continue to offer the best to our customer. And actually, innovation is in our DNA, is in our blood, and therefore we cannot stay without. To celebrate our 75th anniversary, we are rich of novelties for our customer. We have launched 2 new printers already at ITMA Asia. The first one being the Belaze that we talked, and the other one is an enhanced version of the Terra Pigment for the entry level. The customer the new businesses can choose the Blaze, but if they want specifically to have the benefit of the pigment, they have a dedicated solution for the pigment. This is what we have just launched. And more to come. We have other 2 novelties in the pipeline before the end of the year. We will start the teaser campaign of our 3rd one very soon. And it is an incredible machine that is going to surprise the world, because it's something that does not exist. So it's really a breakthrough solution.
That sounds
very soon.
That sounds very, very, very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Adele, I look forward to seeing all of those technologies in person somewhere very, very soon, and cannot wait to get back to the trade show floor. Adele, thank you so much for your time today. It's been an absolute pleasure to talk with you. I know you're so busy and really appreciate you giving us your time. Thank you so much, and look forward to speaking with you very soon.
Thank you so much, Deborah. Thanks to the people that will listen to our chat. And more to come this year. Stay tuned with us.